Okay, so I'm starting this recording just unprompted right now. I'm watching the doggy stream right now, currently. And today I'm gonna show you Iconic, yes, you specifically. But if anyone needs some help as well, then they can. We're gonna learn how to animate. What the fuck? I mean, what the Sigma? Music. Oh. Anyway, we'll use Poltergeist. Oh, I just can't. Man, get out of here, bro. How look thing. Add. Okay, anyway, we're back. We still back. Okay, there we go. My audio is just very quiet. Okay, so we're gonna. So today I teach you how to animate. So there are a few things that you can use. Move triggers, rotate, scale, follow, keyframe, area triggers, shake, um, shaders, uh, some camera stuff, and shaders. Although I'll do it in a very easy to understand way. Oh goodness. Okay, quickly we'll scale over the easy ones. Zoom, very obvious. Set zoom. Wow. And increase it for more zoom in and decrease it for more zoom out. Static. You can make a transition into a static. You can exit one using this little thing right here. You can change the easing and time. And the target group ID is the thing that's going to focus on. So we'll set it to 1. So we will focus on the object on group 1. Okay, this. Does this count as animation? Probably not. But I guess probably get out of the way. And rotation. Camera. Wow, who could have guessed? Okay, that out of the way. Next up we have the shaders. I won't go into in depth on all of them. This basically shader trigger changes how these shaders work. Like disable all no player particles and what layers they appear on. And we'll just use a sock line. And wow, look at that. Wow. Shake. Shake. Take a guess on what it does. Maybe it works in the game. There we go, yeah. You can see a little bit of shake there. Yeah, I'm getting all the extra stuff out of the way real quickly. Very quickly, I'm sorry. Move trigger. It moves. It moves stuff, okay. Rotation! So we're gonna need 2 for these. So the target group is the object being rotated, and the center group is where it's rotating around. So I want this blue. I want this yellow orb to rotate around this blue. So we'll set the blue orb to group 2 and the yellow orb to group 1. center group will be the blue orb, so 2, and the target that will move or rotate will be 1, so the yellow orb. We can do this, which changes the degrees, or we can use one of these to make it spin 360 any amount of times. Perfect. First, we can increase the move time and stuff like that. Make it spin around more. Easy to understand. That one out of the way. I forgot the animate, standard animate trigger. This one's very easy. Look, it already says it right here. Animate certain objects. Mostly these things is set to a different animation. We'll set to sleep, or the group ID to 1 and the animation ID to sleep. And we want to make we make this sleep. Very cool. Next, scale. Take a guess on what it does. Wow! Okay, so group ID 1. Center group ID, where it's gonna grow from. You can set it to itself, you know, how much it will scale up. And look at that. What the? Looked a little weird, but it works. Follow is the final basic ass one. So we're gonna have to spike follow something. So we'll set it to 1, and then it will try to follow we'll set it to follow group ID 2. And yeah, it follows. Okay, now with that out of the way, time to get into the crazy stuff. Area move, area rotate, and area scale, area fade, and area tint. These are a lot more complicated, so I'll try to describe each one of them in the simplest form, and hopefully all of them very easily. The length is the amount, the radius of the center. So we have effect ID, you can just set that to whatever. We can set player 1 for the center group ID and target group ID 1. So now with these area triggers, they can now move further or closer to, they can now move further away from the original location or close back to it using the center group ID, which in this case is the player. I forgot to set the group ID, or no, I didn't actually. What? Don't forget to change the move distance. You can set it to like something like this. So make it move towards you, to you. Relative. And there's a bunch of settings you can mess around with. These are all very weird. It's a very experimental one. You might take a bit to figure this all out. It's weird. Yeah, these ones are weird. Area rotate kind of does the same thing. Lengthen rotation. I did not choose a good thing for this. Okay, let's scale them a bit. There we go, now you can see the rotation. Area scale. Same thing, but scale. Now you can set the scale. Kinda. Kinda have to figure it out with these sometimes. Takes a bit, you know, you have to really experiment with. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these are weird. I've never really used this one that much, so yeah. Oh, might as well mention Dead Zone. It's the Dead Zone. Like that, yeah. Also, the length, you might notice these plus and minus arrows. It is basically affects how much this can change amongst them randomly. Like they can either have plus 42 or minus 42 to their length at minimum or most. But most of the time they will get a random amount in between. You're lost or gained. Like that. Area fade. This one's probably my favorite to mess around with. It makes things fade away. Or fade in, like that. You mess around with the settings a bit. You know? And there is a lot. An area tint. I wonder what it does. HSV, which can be very important. Remain only, secondary only. Change its color. If you want a more precise, in-depth guide on all these, I don't know what you were expecting. But hey. If only it worked. It does. I just did not use a good thing for this. Okay. Give me a second, I got this, chat. We'll set this to red. And look, it's gonna change color. It's supposed to change colors. I forgot to set its group ID. I'm fine. There we go, look at that. Ooh, kind of looks like thermal vision. Look at that. Whoa, that's cool. Okay. So we got all the area triggers out of the way. Which leaves the most important one at last. If you didn't just skip all the way over to the end. I'm sorry this took so long, I think. Okay. So we have two parts to this keyframe. This trigger is actually very, very helpful though for moving things in multiple directions. So let's say we have this. We'll set this to group ID 1, and then this. Set this to group ID 2. So this is the center. So we'll put it in the center of it, or you can put it above it. And basically what we do is copy and paste it to like rotate it around and move it. I should not use a saw for this. Give me a second. Or maybe I can actually. Just disable the rotation on. What? Well, it didn't work. Yeah, we can't do it. You can change the duration, easing, and stuff like that, you know. We can even curve it. Which can be very, very cool. Look at that. And now we can set it to animation group ID and target ID. So the animation group is this one. So the animation group IDs should be these keyframes, and then the target group should be the thing moving. Very cool indeed. You can tweak some stuff like easing. Duration. Again, rotation. This is like extruded 60. It's the amount of times it rotates 360. Bunch of cool stuff, you know. You can mess around with it, but, you know. Get creative with it. Get jiggy with it. I don't know what that means. Ask me. So yeah, and of course you can always extend it. If that wasn't enough. Very cool. And with this in mind, you can create some pretty cool stuff. Okay, the rest of this is just showing off cool stuff that you can do with it. With all these stuff. So, yeah. Watch me pull a grief right here for a moment. Give me a second. So we're gonna move it down like 3. Oh wait, that's. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna turn on ignore damage real quickly. Oh my god. Ah, sorry. There we go. Okay, we're good. Do something like that. And okay. Okay, there's some stuff I made. You could probably do a lot more with that, honestly. For showcase, in fact. Finally ended off. Aggressive in the snow. If you look right here, there's quite a bit of keyframes. Like this robot over here. That just walks by. Uh-oh. No. No! Another part is this little effect right there with the wood like falling apart. Oh my god. I keep getting adverts for scams and stuff. Stop. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. If you're still watching, thank you. Particles. And we're bam, look at that. Water. Or something. That's all I have to sew now. Bye bye. Bye!